Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome back to our podcast where we dive into the most fascinating articles of the day. I'm Hari, and as always, I'm joined by the brilliant Leela.
Hey there, folks. So excited to be exploring some thought provoking topics with all of you today.
Today's episode is going to be a real treat. We're delving into a smorgasbord of articles covering everything from the mysterious Myristica swamps to the controversial world of Trumponomics and even the resurrection of dire wolves. Yes, you heard that right.
That's right, Hari. We've got a bit of everything for you today. So buckle up, because we're in for a wild ride through biodiversity, economics, startups, power sectors, and even a touch of de-extinction drama.
Get ready for a longer episode, folks. We're going to give each of these topics the time they deserve, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the intellectual roller coaster we have in store for you.
So grab your favorite beverage, cozy up, and let's dive deep into these intriguing articles together. It's going to be an exciting journey, and we're thrilled to have you along for the ride.
Article 1. So, Leela, have you heard about the fascinating Myristica swamps in the Western Ghats?
Oh, absolutely, Hari. These unique freshwater ecosystems are like hidden gems of biodiversity. Did you know they're remnants of ancient landscapes, making them even more intriguing?
That's right. Priya Ranganathan's book, The Dark Forest, really sheds light on these enigmatic swamps. It's amazing how these areas are home to not just diverse plant and animal species, but also some endemic ones like the lion-tailed macaque and the critically endangered Kodagahar dancing frog.
It's incredible to think about the rich tapestry of life that exists in these swamps. However, it's disheartening to know that they are facing threats like climate change and human activities such as agriculture and water extraction.
Absolutely, Leela. The fact that these ecosystems are under threat highlights the urgent need for conservation efforts. The Dark Forest serves as both a field guide and an outreach tool to raise awareness about these lesser-known ecosystems.
Moving on to the current relevance and applications of this topic, Hari, it's crucial to understand how preserving these swamps impacts our world today. For instance, the biodiversity in these areas contributes to the overall health of the ecosystem and can potentially lead to discoveries of new species with medicinal properties.
That's a great point, Leela. In today's world, where biodiversity loss is a pressing issue, conserving these swamps not only protects unique species, but also helps in maintaining ecological balance. It's fascinating how interconnected everything in nature truly is.
Absolutely, Hari. And looking at the challenges and controversies surrounding Myristica swamps, there might be debates on how to balance conservation efforts with human activities like agriculture. Finding sustainable solutions that benefit both nature and communities living around these swamps is key.
It's a delicate balance indeed, Leela. Perhaps incorporating sustainable farming practices or creating buffer zones around these swamps could be potential solutions. It's essential to involve local communities in conservation efforts to ensure long-term success.
And finally, Hari, when we consider the future outlook of Myristica swamps, it's crucial to think about how our actions today will impact the generations to come. Innovations in conservation strategies and increased awareness can pave the way for a more sustainable coexistence with these vital ecosystems.
Absolutely, Leela. The future of these swamps relies on our collective efforts to protect and preserve them. By understanding their significance and taking proactive steps, we can ensure that the Myristica swamps continue to thrive for years to come. Article 2. So, Leela, let's dive into the world of Trumponomics. It's quite the hot topic these days, isn't it?
Absolutely, Hari. Trumponomics, as coined by the media, refers to President Trump's economic policies that are aimed at reviving U.S. manufacturing, reducing trade deficits, and reshaping the American economy. It's a bold and controversial approach, to say the least.
It sure is. Trump's strategy involves imposing tariffs on imports, implementing tax cuts, deregulation, and advocating for increased oil drilling. These measures are quite different from the traditional economic policies that have focused on efficiency and globalization.
Trump's focus on protecting American industries has drawn both praise and criticism. Supporters believe it will bring back jobs and boost the economy, while critics question the feasibility and potential negative consequences of such protectionist measures.
It's a fascinating shift from the status quo. Trump's unwavering commitment to his vision of Make America Great Again has certainly stirred up the economic landscape. The world is watching closely as these policies unfold and impact global trade dynamics.
In today's world, this topic holds immense relevance. The ongoing trade tensions between the U.S. and China, for example, are a direct result of Trumponomics. The tariffs imposed by both countries have had ripple effects across industries, affecting not just the two nations but the global economy as a whole.
Absolutely, Leela. The repercussions of these policies are felt far and wide. Businesses are having to rethink their supply chains, consumers are facing higher prices on certain goods, and countries are exploring new trade alliances in response to the changing economic landscape shaped by Trumponomics.
The debates and controversies surrounding Trumponomics are also worth mentioning. While some argue that protecting domestic industries is essential for national security and economic stability, others warn about the dangers of trade wars and the potential for long-term damage to the global economy.
Finding a balance between protecting domestic interests and fostering international trade relationships is indeed a complex challenge. Perhaps a nuanced approach that combines elements of protectionism with global cooperation could be a way forward. It's a delicate dance that requires careful navigation.
Looking ahead, the future of Trumponomics is uncertain. Will it succeed in revitalizing American manufacturing and reshaping the economy, or will it face significant hurdles and opposition? Only time will tell how these policies will continue to evolve and shape the economic landscape for years to come.
It's definitely a topic that will continue to spark discussions and debates in the economic sphere. Adapting to the changes brought about by Trumponomics will be crucial for countries and businesses alike as they navigate this new era of economic policy.
Absolutely, Hari. The world is in for quite a ride as we witness the effects of Trumponomics unfold and reshape the global economy. It's a fascinating time to be observing the intersection of politics and economics on such a grand scale.
Article 3. Leela, the article we just discussed about unlocking India's startup potential, raised some interesting points about the startup ecosystem in India. It seems like there's a lot of focus on innovation and scaling up, especially in deep tech startups.
Absolutely, Hari. It's fascinating to see how the landscape of startups in India is evolving. Did you know that India is home to one of the largest startup ecosystems in the world, with a vibrant mix of entrepreneurs, investors, and government support driving innovation?
That's an impressive feat, Leela. The article mentioned that the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry expressed concerns about the lack of innovation in Indian startups, particularly how many are concentrating on grocery delivery services. It seems like there's a push towards encouraging startups to diversify into deep tech areas like AI and blockchain.
Yes, Hari, and it's interesting to note that venture capitalists are also shifting their focus towards deep tech innovations. With the increasing interest in AI, blockchain, and electric mobility, it's clear that there's a growing demand for cutting-edge technologies in the market.
True, Leela. While the Startup India initiative has led to a surge in the number of startups, there are still challenges in accessing capital and scaling up. Deep tech startups, in particular, face hurdles due to the high capital requirements in the initial risky phases. It seems like there's a need for more follow-up funding beyond government support to help these startups grow.
Absolutely, Hari. The article also highlights the importance of higher-risk capital funding, smoother bureaucratic processes, and maintaining high standards of corporate governance to enhance startup success. It's crucial for startups to continue being innovative and focus on sustainable growth to thrive in a competitive market.
Looking at the current relevance and applications of this topic, Leela, what are your thoughts on how these challenges can be addressed to further boost the startup ecosystem in India?
Well, Hari, one approach could be fostering stronger collaborations between startups, investors, and the government to create a more supportive environment. Additionally, streamlining regulatory processes and providing easier access to funding could help address some of the current challenges faced by startups in India.
That's a great point, Leela. By working together and implementing supportive policies, the startup ecosystem in India could potentially see even greater growth and success in the future. It's exciting to think about the innovative solutions and technologies that could emerge from this ecosystem in the coming years. Article 4. So, Leela, the concept of vehicle to grid V2G technology is really fascinating, especially how it's being explored in India's power sector transformation.
Absolutely, Hari. V2G technology allows electric vehicle batteries to not only receive power but also send it back to the grid, essentially turning these vehicles into decentralized energy storage units. It's like giving back while being on the move.
That's a great way to put it. In India, V2G integration is still in its early stages, with a particular focus on planning distribution grids and building EV charging infrastructure. I read about the collaboration between Kerala State Electricity Board and IIT Bombay on a pilot project to delve into this technology due to the rising EV adoption in the state.
It's exciting to see such initiatives taking shape. This project aims to assess how EVs can actually support the grid during peak demand periods and when solar energy is not readily available. It's like tapping into this mobile resource to balance out the energy needs efficiently.
Moving on to the current relevance and applications of V2G technology, Leela, how do you think this could impact our world today?
Well, Hari, imagine a scenario where EVs are not just vehicles but also contributors to the stability of the power grid. This technology could play a significant role in enhancing grid resilience, especially during unpredictable demand spikes or when renewable energy sources fluctuate.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the environmental aspect. By utilizing V2G technology, we could potentially reduce the overall carbon footprint by maximizing the use of renewable energy sources and minimizing wastage. It's like a win-win for sustainability and efficiency.
Speaking of efficiency, Hari, I also came across how V2G technology could potentially enable cost savings for both electricity consumers and grid operators. The flexibility it offers in managing energy flow can lead to more optimized operations and savings in the long run.
That's a great point, Leela. However, with any emerging technology, there are bound to be challenges and controversies. What are some of the debates surrounding V2G integration that you've come across?
Well, Hari, one common concern is the impact on battery life due to frequent charging and discharging cycles. Some argue that this could potentially shorten the lifespan of EV batteries, raising questions about the long-term sustainability of V2G technology.
That's a valid point, Leela. Finding a balance between maximizing the benefits of V2G technology and ensuring the durability of EV batteries will be crucial. Perhaps advancements in battery technology and smarter charging algorithms could address these challenges in the future.
Looking ahead, Hari, how do you think the future of V2G technology will unfold? Do you see it becoming more mainstream and transforming the way we interact with energy grids?
Definitely, Leela. I believe that as V2G technology matures and more research is conducted, we could see a significant shift towards a more dynamic and interactive energy ecosystem. Imagine a future where electric vehicles not only transport us, but also power our homes and contribute to a more sustainable energy future. It's a thrilling prospect. Article 5. So, Leela, what are your thoughts on Colossal Biosciences claiming to have resurrected dire wolves by editing gray wolf genomes?
Well, Hari, it's quite a fascinating but controversial topic. Dire wolves have been extinct for over 12,000 years, and the idea of bringing them back to life through genetic manipulation is both exciting and concerning. It's like a plot straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Absolutely, Leela. Colossal Biosciences' approach to recreating dire wolves by tweaking the DNA of gray wolves is groundbreaking, but it raises significant questions about the ecological impact of de-extinction. Are we playing Mother Nature here?
That's the big dilemma, Hari. While the idea of resurrecting extinct species may seem like a noble pursuit, the potential risks and disruptions to current ecosystems cannot be ignored. We need to consider the delicate balance of nature and how introducing these resurrected species could throw things off kilter.
Definitely, Leela. The focus on protecting existing biodiversity over reviving ancient species is crucial. It's a reminder that conservation efforts should prioritize maintaining the delicate harmony of our ecosystems rather than attempting to bring back species from the past that may no longer fit into the current environmental landscape.
In today's world, where climate change and habitat destruction are pressing issues, the debate around de-extinction becomes even more relevant. We need to think about the long-term consequences of these actions and consider alternative conservation strategies that work towards preserving what we have now, rather than risking unforeseen ecological disruptions.
Absolutely, Leela. Take the recent wildfires in Australia, for example. The devastation to wildlife and habitats reminds us of the fragility of our ecosystems. Introducing resurrected species could further complicate these challenges, potentially leading to unintended consequences that we may not be prepared for.
And let's not forget the ethical considerations, Hari. Playing with the building blocks of life raises important questions about our responsibility to the environment and the species that inhabit it. It's a fine line between scientific advancement and ethical boundaries that we must navigate carefully.
Indeed, Leela. As we look to the future, it's essential to approach de-extinction and similar technologies with caution and foresight. Finding a balance between innovation and conservation will be key in shaping a sustainable future for our planet and all its inhabitants.
Absolutely, Hari. The decisions we make today regarding de-extinction and ecological interventions will have far-reaching impacts on the world we leave for future generations. It's a complex and nuanced issue that requires thoughtful consideration and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all life on Earth.
Conclusion. Wow, what a whirlwind of topics we've delved into today, Leela. From the mysterious Myristica swamps to the controversial resurrection of dire wolves, we've covered quite the spectrum of discussions.
Absolutely, Hari. And let's not forget the fascinating insights into Trumponomics, India's startup potential, and the transformative power of V2G technology in the power sector. It's been a jam-packed episode, that's for sure.
I think one key takeaway for our listeners is the importance of biodiversity conservation and the ethical considerations surrounding de-extinction efforts. It's crucial for us to reflect on how our actions impact the environment and the species we share the planet with.
Definitely, Hari. And let's not overlook the significance of innovation and economic policies in shaping our future. Whether it's exploring new technologies or fostering entrepreneurship, these are all crucial elements in building a sustainable and thriving society.
So, to all our listeners out there, we encourage you to take a moment to ponder these fascinating topics. Perhaps even engage in further research or discussions with friends and family. Let's keep the conversation going and continue to learn and grow together.
And of course, a big thank you to all our listeners for tuning in today. We appreciate your support and can't wait to dive into more intriguing topics in our future episodes. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world around you.
That's right, Leela. Take care, everyone, and remember, the adventure never ends when you're with us on our podcast journey. See you next time.